So the weather forecast is saying that the winds should stop around sunset. So we just got to kind of deal with this for a couple of hours, hopefully. I think we're just going to be standing here, making sure it doesn't blow away in the short term.
Well, it's the gusts.
It's the gusts that are the problem, yeah. So we just had brekkie in Lithgow at the Fast Fox, it was called, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was that the name of the place? Fast Fox, yeah. Coffee's pretty good. Like, from the outside it looks like a burger joint, and I suppose it is. And typically the coffee you get from a burger joint is not on the same level as you get from a cafe. So I was a little bit, we'll give it a try, I guess.
Well, we were desperate for coffee.
We were desperate for coffee, so it's actually pretty good. Where am I going here? I can turn left here. What are you talking about?
Apparently you're going straight.
No, Maps is telling me porkies. But anyway, yeah, though, like your breakfast was good.
My breakfast was
Mine
beautiful.
was good. Coffee was good. So that was a surprising little find in Lithgow, and we are having coffee in Lithgow because we sort of got the vibe that Katoomba was not that. It was a bit hostile to tourists.
It's hostile to everybody by the sound of it.
Well, apparently so the deal is they've got these signs around for parking. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. When we hit a new town, we typically like to walk the main street because that's where you find the local retailers rather than the same old chains that you see in every place you go. You know, if you go to a shopping centre, you're seeing the same shops and the same stuff all the time. And we've had some really good finds at some of these places, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Spent a fortune in Tamworth. And Uralla was the same, where that's a little town west of Armidale. We've stopped there a couple of times. Katoomba has these signs around for 2-hour parking, which is fine. But there's a kind of a vague reference to having to pay for the parking. And they give you a zone number, and it says use phone or app. But I don't know, but they don't say which app, or there's no QR code to download the app, or I don't know how to pay. They're discouraging people from parking in the main street and visiting their local retailers. I don't know what the local Chamber of Commerce thinks about that. That's insane. So instead of actually walking up and down Main Street of Katoomba and visiting all the local retailers...
And they had a hattery.
We didn't.
They had a hattery. I would love to have gone there, but...
And instead of having brekkie at one of the local cafes this morning, we're in Lithgow instead, because Katoomba obviously don't want tourists to park in their main street. I mean, you Googled it. What did you find?
Well, the first thing that came up was an explanation of what the parking signs are, in that you have to pay.
Well, I gathered that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But the thing is that after scrolling through for a little while, it then tells you what the app is that you then have to download, and you have to log in and create your password, and it's like by the time you've actually read the information, we've driven through the town.
It's like that shut up and take my money meme. You know, we're quite happy to sort of support regional centres and regional towns, especially the local retailers. But yeah, don't make it really difficult for us to do so. Anyway, that's the rant over. But we did end up having a really good breakfast in Lithgow, so
yeah,
which we probably wouldn't have done if Katoomba wasn't so hostile to tourists. Shall we do a hot lap?
Yeah, we're going to go racing now. Tear and toe, let's go racing.
Well, I know this is two-way, but I've got to go the direction that you're supposed to go.
Is this going to be the slowest?
This will be the slowest lap at Mount Panorama ever.
But we will conquer the mountain.
We will. Leave it on.
Okay, and we're coming into this corner. Deaccelerate, Jason.
I would have known. Like a few years ago, I would have known what all of these corners and straights and everything were called, but I can't remember now. It's been a long time. That's an interesting walkway. I wonder how long it's been there.
Oh, that's a nice view.
Yes. There's a walkway there. We should have got out and walked down here. Didn't know, I suppose. But look at that platform.
Wow.
Damn it.
I'm not sure I want to get out. It's too cold.
It gets too cold. It is called Mount Panorama for a reason.
Because you can see lots. Oh, this is huge.
Man, that's pretty steep. And the way they come down through that at speed. The worst one's up ahead. I think Forest Elbow's the nasty one. That's called the Dipper, I think. I don't know. I used to know all that. All the names of things on this road.
And we've got our race cam happening. Or is it dawdle cam?
Dawdle cam. That's pretty steep. 8-degree incline there. My back was 9 degrees before, I think. Right, you want to know corner on straight?
Yep. Go.
Straight.
Do they have speed cameras here?
They had plenty of signs out saying it's patrolled. Speed limits enforced in yada yada. So on race day they're doing close to 300 kilometres an hour around through this section, I think.
What are we doing?
High 200s. We're doing about 63.
You're speeding.
I'm speeding. I'm assuming they removed that sign when there's a race on.
I hope so. That'd be booked out well in advance.
Oh yeah, years in advance probably. That was sharper than I thought it was going to be too, just quietly.
Why do you think they told you to slow down? So what's the quickest lap time?
Like qualifying or race trim?
Either.
2 minutes.
Okay, well we did it
11, 2 minutes 13, 2 minutes 9.
We did it in 11 minutes.
Right.
Now there was a caravan parked around the other side.
Okay.
And I wonder if you go around the roundabout and to the other side, behind him.
I'm going in this way anyway. Windy, hope you can hopefully can hear me, but check out this bloke. He's parked here, stuck his bum out right in the road, and there's nothing in front of him. He could have gone forward and got off the grass the same way as I did.
You know you're in Australia when?
Feeling a bit sheepish.
I don't know if we should just be...
Yeah, I'm going to ask old mate. How you going?
Good mate, how you going?
So what's the deal here? Do we hang around or
You can sneak past the mate on the left hand side.
we should be able to squeeze through?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, cheers, Ta.
Oh, making the poor little buggers run. Oh, a couple of them got stuck in there.
Yep, he's not.
Oh, there's one here got a
One's
very
limp, yeah,
sore
bit of a limp.
foot.
They're little babies, aren't they?
Oh, mummy running with all the milk. Gonna have the milkshake. I feel sorry for making them run. Oh, look at that tiny, tiny little one.
Yeah, there's a baby. It's funny, like at the right hand side, they're sort of, once we're past them, they're all kind of scooting back the other way. And then they're all spin around. We go past them. Whee! All right, so we didn't bother with a time lapse of the setup here at Parks because it's blowing a gale, and we just thought the best thing to do is get this thing set up. Oh boy, it's really. And we just got this far and it started raining. The sun's starting to poke through. That's something. So the weather forecast is saying that the wind should stop around sunset. So we just got to kind of deal with this for a couple of hours, hopefully. I think we're just going to be standing here, making sure it doesn't blow away in the short term.
Well, it's the gusts. Like,
The gusts that are the problem, yeah. Good morning from Parks. It's blowing a gale yesterday when we got here, so we just sort of set up and got inside. It was far too windy to think about doing anything else. But it's quite still this morning. So yesterday we drove from Katoomba to Parks here via Bathurst and Orange, and whilst we're at Bathurst did a couple of hot laps of Mount Panorama, complete with Tia in tow. I don't think they were hot laps, they were probably the slowest laps on record, but anyway. So we found a compass. It says Rockhampton 710, Mackay 845, but I don't know what those numbers are, because it's more kilometres than that, it'd have to be.
unless it's as the crow flies.
Maybe as the crow flies. Okay, radio telescope 12 is out that way somewhere.
Behind the trees.
Behind the trees, but anyway, it's that direction. So that's our next destination anyway. Whoop! There's a step there.
The original Angry Birds. Did someone say donut? I'm not allowed to share with you. Not good for you. Probably not good for me either.
That is true, but still. They got quite a lot of stuff here for the kids, haven't they?
Mm. And you're going to sing for us. Huh? If you sing, I will give you some of this. If you try and steal that out of his hand, he will not.
He's got to be cheeky, isn't he?
Sing.
Alright, so this is a bit freaky. So, I can hear a lot of noise there. Is there other people talking?
There are some people coming down the path, yes.
Right. So I can hear a bit of background noise.
Yep.
But I can still hear you quite clearly. Hang on a sec. Alright, now it's a bit bright here. But okay, say hello now.
Hello, 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 hello.
And Yolinda's all the way down the other end there. But with the shape of these dishes,
Quite a talking point, huh?
you don't have to talk loud at all, and it's transmitting the sound quite a distance without any effort at all.
I reckon there's a microphone somewhere.
You reckon it's a trick?
It is. It must be.
Alright. It's a trick of science. Oh wow, it's really, the sun's out now, it's very bright looking into this big white dish.
Oh, I'm still in the shade.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm getting out of here. Bye. That was the dish.
It's interesting they refer to it as parks, not the dish.
What do you mean they refer to it as parks, not the dish?
In that video, they didn't refer to it as the dish, they just called it parks.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's the dish.
It is.
It's, yeah, pretty interesting little sort of public area they've got there. It's a shame you can't actually do a tour of the dish. But I suppose, you know, people are working there, so, yeah, they can't just let people wander through. That would be pretty cool to go inside, though.
Would be.
Anyway, it was a bit overcast and drab when we pulled up, but the sun's out today, so we'll, duck back into Parks and see what we can see. We are in Parks.
The big dish. We're at the dish, so I have to make a dish.
Well, we went and saw the dish today,
Yeah.
so we need a dish to compete with the dish.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt this for a minute, and I'm going to pop that on the screen. So there's the sunset view at the moment. That's actually not too bad at all.
Considering we haven't seen the sun for so long.
We've had a run of kind of cloudy, icky kind of weather, haven't we, really?
It's not been pleasant.
It's, I mean, we've had a good time, but just, we haven't seen much sunshine of late. Plenty of wind and plenty of rain, unfortunately, which does make sort of camping and living outdoors a little bit challenging at times.
So we were at a shop today, just looking around as we do in our little boutique shops as we travel. And a lady walked into the shop behind us and somebody mentioned something about Friday. And I'm like, hang on, what day is it? And she's like, no, it's Friday. And I'm like, oh, okay. So while we're traveling, I'm losing track of days.
I don't think we've actually done a dinner video since Cessnock in the Hunter Valley.
So I mean, I don't even know what day we're on, and you're asking me when we last did a video.
So Jindabyne.
Jindabyne was cold.
Jindabyne was cold.
And the first night there, we went to the pub because it was cold and wet.
Yep.
And then the second night we were there, we went to the pub because it was cold and wet.
We didn't actually do much in the way of dinners at Jindabyne because it was rainy and cold, and we thought, bugger this, we'll go to the pub.
So it was after
Did find a good pub though. What was it called? Yeah. It was called the... I'll figure it out later and put the name on the screen. But it was a great little spot for dinner.
Yes, yes.
Nice and warm inside. The second night we went and had dinner there, this bloke...
I like this bloke.
So we sat down at a table for two next to a table for four, and there were a couple there.
Sorry, just need to go back one step.
Oh,
so
go back a step.
The first night we went there, it was like, this place is packed.
We didn't make any reservations. We said, oh, can you squeeze a table for two in? And they managed to squeeze us in. So we made a reservation for the second night.
We decided to make a reservation for the second night. Anyway, carry on with your story, Jason.
So Yolinda went to the table, and I then went to the bar to get us some drinks and came back with the drinks. And
Tim.
the bloke at the table for four next to me, whose I found his name was Tim, he says to me, Jason, and I looked at him and I went, yeah, and he said, don't you remember me? We went to school together. And I'm like, well, I went to a couple of schools. Which one are you talking about? He said, well, which one do you think? And I should have twigged at that time when he couldn't actually name a school. But anyway, so I named the two high schools. And he just picked the first one that I said. And I'm looking at him going, I don't remember this bloke at all. And the bugger had read the name reservation for Jason on the table. So he knew there was going to be a Jason sitting down there.
And I picked it. I picked it immediately.
He had me for a while. Well, he had me until he admitted that he didn't know me. But I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, I've got a bad memory for faces at the best of times, but I'm looking at him going, mate, I don't remember you at all.
I mean, apart from the fact that he was a couple of years older than us, that should have set you off too.
Yeah, like he wasn't even the same age. It was just, he just caught me completely off guard, completely sucked me in.
It was brilliant though. It was brilliant. And you have vowed to say that, do the same thing to the next person who's
if I got the opportunity, I'm going to play that trick on somebody else. We haven't even mentioned what's for dinner. What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
What's the dish?
The dish.
After seeing the dish.
Okay, so we're just changing continents here for a bit. I'm not doing an Australian dish, I'm doing a traditionally sort of South African dish, a potjie pot.
We've done this before, if you've been watching the channel for a while. We've done a potjie pot before. Well, we've done plenty of them. We've definitely done a potjie pot video before.
Yeah.
The last time though was at Stanage Bay, which was very different weather to here. I don't think we would have been rugged up like this.
No. But this is definitely a cold weather meal.
It is a cold weather meal. If I stand aside here, you can probably see the fire up the back there. I need to go and check that.
Every season meal. It's just a stew.
It's a fancy camping stew, to be fair. All right, well, why don't you tell the peeps what you're up to and I'll just go check the fire quick.
What I'm up to is throwing flour in my wine.
I wasn't going to mention that, but I saw it.
Oh, I spilled the wine before and now I've poured flour into it. I'm thinking the universe is telling me not to have wine tonight. Okay, I'll set that aside. So I'm just going to chuck some... So the one thing I'm doing differently with a lot of my cooking now is I'm using bone broth. Hopefully you can see that. Simply because I've got a crook back and getting in and out of tier is somewhat of a challenge at times. And I've actually found that having the bone broth, and this is just my personal experience, not promoting it or anything, just my personal experience is that it is helping with the back pain. I've got a little bit more mobility with that. So I'm not using salt, I'm just going to use the bone broth, putting the other spices in here. We're just doing some carrot, potato, beans, onion, and a good old rump steak. So that's oh, and the most important, of course. Oh, candanurella. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, candanurella. Okay.
Yeah.
So we hit a bottle shop in Armadale, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, we're in Armadale. And tried a couple of local brews. And this one didn't really float my boat too much.
Perfect cooking beer.
So we kept the can aside thinking the next time we do a potjie pot or a stew or something like that, perfect.
Hey there, good boy.
One potjie pot.
One potjie pot. Yeah,
Okay,
hopefully we
which
won't
is
overfill
cauldron.
it this time.
Of course you're going to overfill it. Now we need the little peg. Not the peg, yes, the peg. There it is, for the lid. The system works.
Now, we were going to do something with this and put a loop or something on there.
Yeah, it really needs a big, like almost just a, a decent sized keychain.
Oh, yeah.
Now if we put that, whoa, it's actually...
Yeah, you're not going to get that on there.
I won't, but you might. Can you get me a just a butter knife out, please? I don't quite have the fingernails for that.
Okay, so I may have damaged that a little bit, but...
Hello! You've come to visit. Oh, where is your jumper, young lad?
Aren't you cold?
I'm wearing a snow jacket.
What's with the shorts and the t-shirts? You guys are crazy. I'm not quite sure where we're up to there because we just got visited by the host's kids, so we don't really want to put them on video without their permission, but we were talking about that. Look, I got it.
You got it?
I got it. And you said I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but it's not big enough. It's still...
Big enough for what?
For the stoker.
Of course it's good. The stoker will go through that.
Yes, but it's lying on its side.
Okay, so you then hook it up.
All right, I'm going to trust you on that one.
Oh, well, don't trust me.
Well, last night's video sort of got derailed a little bit. Dinner was good. had some good chats around the campfire. But we didn't really get to finishing the video, so you'll just have to take our word for it. It came out good. And we had a massive sleep in this morning. Didn't wake up until after 7:30. So we've packed up, or nearly packed up. A few things left to throw in the car, and we are off to Dubbo today. So that was a good couple of days in parks. Really nice spot here at the Serendipity hip camp. So we will check in again at Dubbo.